Kerala, land of dosa, Onam, Kathakali, and the infamous boat race. But today we are going to talk about its bravery. Venad was a medieval kingdom at the southwestern tip of India. Its capital was the port city of Kollam. It was a major kingdom in Kerala along with Kannur, Kozhikode and Kochi. This is our defending power in today's battle story. Now let's look at the empire at the offense. The Mughal Empire, which was also the enemy in the last video's battle, is the invading force in this story too. It was the year 1680 when Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj died an early death. Alamgir Aurangzeb himself had headed towards the Deccan to subdue the Marathas, the Adil Shahi and the Qutub Shahi. The Mughal warlords had started entering the deep south. The ruler of Venad at that time was Rani Ummayamma. Unfortunately, the kingdom was in a political turmoil. Disputes broke out between Rani Ummayamma and her feudatory chiefs called Ittuvitil Pillamar. Taking advantage of this situation, a Mughal warlord who was looting his way in the southern peninsular region reached Thiruvananthapuram and camped at Manacaud. Rani Ummayamma was in a fix. She had to fight the Mughal army while her feudatories weren't loyal to her. So she called Kerala Varma of the kingdom of Kottayam, who was her relative. She requested him to raise an army in order to defend her kingdom. Note that Kerala Varma in this story is not Pazhasi Raja, although they both belong to the same dynasty. The Mughal warlord Mukilan commanded a typical legion of Mughal cavalry with heavy armors and decorated horses. He invaded through the southern borders of Venad and held Thiruvananthapuram. Rani Ummayamma was at Nedumangad Koikal at that time. He was planning to attack the temples of Bhaktadas and Rukmininath at Buddhapuram. Fortunately, the Thantri of the temple Nathaseri Poti came to know about Mukilan's plans and shifted the idols to Swamiyar Madho. Since ancient periods, the area around the large temples was majorly populated by builders of the temple, florists, artisans, Kathaka dancers, singers, and puja material vendors. When Mukilan's forces entered the village to seize the wealth of the temples, the artisans fought with whatever they had to save the wealth from plunder. But what could a group of artisans with stones and sickles do to the Mughal heavy cavalry? Soon the villagers fell and the village was destroyed. Cows were slaughtered in the temple and then reduced it to rubble. The Yogathil Potis and Ettuvitil Pillamars locked up the great Padmanabhiswamy temple and fled the grounds. Now Mukilan camped at Thiruvatturu and dispersed a large part of his army from Varakala to Thovala to collect taxes. Mukilan had showed his intentions of plunder and destruction of Kafis quite clearly. But he was a typical Mughal and thought, what can a bunch of horse riders with no armor do to the fully armored and armed Mughal cavalry? It was Kerala Varma's time to show him how wrong he was. The Kottayam army left for Thiruvatturu from the north. Mukilan's army was away from the main camp and he was completely off guard. A place called Nanjukala was from where the Mughals received their water supplies. The locals poisoned this water hole. Now was the time to attack. At dawn, the Malayalis rained arrows on the Mughal camp. Remember, in the first video, we saw the feigned retreat war tactic. In the second one, we saw ambush. Now, we are seeing interdiction. Now, the Kalari warriors in the Kottayam army were ready for battle. The Turks woke up. The Kalaris charged with the sound of the horn. Mukilan, being a man of the battlefield, got ready to receive them with long samshis and plates of armor on horseback. The attack was sudden. The battle began. The Kottayam army rained arrows on the already weakened Mughal army just to take down sleepy and sloppily armed Mughal warriors. As the battle went on in the woods, the arrows struck a comb of wasps near Mukilan. To his misfortune, they attacked him. He was dismounted. The Kalari saw the tall Turk fall to the ground from his horse and slayed him. He fell into pieces, and the battle was won. Wayanad regained the lands which were under Mukilan's control. Keralavarma captured 300 horses. He then marched back to the capital of Wayanad. He seized the traitor feudatories. Rani Ummayamma named him the principal counselor, commander of her army, and her heir apparent. It means that he would become the next ruler even if a more eligible heir is born. But misunderstanding arose between the queen and her principal counselor, who was also her apparent heir. Legends say that as a result, Keralavarma was later assassinated. With the end of the third episode, the first season of Battles and Tactics also comes to an end. I know I am posting a video after exactly 5 months actually. I got comments asking why I am not posting anything, and I am honored. Thank you for all your support, everybody. And now here is something for you. Would you like to hear about a civilizational war where we, the defenders, attack the invaders, ending up conquering lands beyond their territory? Stay tuned.